Hey there, everybody. It is time for another episode of Life Lessons while playing Minecraft. And good news, if you saw the Halloween episode where I tried to make it through the night, I did not do very good or very well, but I must not have saved when I quit playing because I started this last time and I still had all of my stuff, and so it's nighttime again, and I'm using my stone axe to destroy that zombie, and then here comes a creeper, and I am going to head back into the back into my cave so that I can be safe throughout the night. So I'm just gonna wait the night out, and we'll talk again once it's daytime. Okay, we're back and it is daytime, and so I am gonna spend a little time crafting some more tools to facilitate my journey in Minecraft. But life lesson today, I wanted to talk about a basic principle about the importance of the things that you think about and the things that you allow to be in your mind. And the way that I've generally phrased this principle in the past is that your thoughts become your reality. What I mean by that is that the things that go on in your mind and the things that you're thinking end up becoming what you act on. And it usually goes through this process where you have a thought and you might not even notice the thought. And that thought creates an emotional reaction where you're feeling an emotion inside, and then the emotions drive the behavior, and the emotions drive the choices that you make. And so if we understand the principle that our thoughts become our reality, it makes it really important for us to learn how to notice what we're thinking and learn how to choose something different if we want to choose something different. And that is not super easy to do. So I'm just going to clean things up here a little bit, get rid of some of this hanging, some of these vines, I guess they would be, and or jungle tree leaves, and just kind of clean things up. And maybe I'm not loving that there's this big pit here right outside of my door, and I want to kind of turn this into a better shelter. So let's, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some blocks. I don't know what this will end up looking like, but just clearing things out and putting some blocks down, and we'll see what I can come up with. Anyways, our thoughts become our reality. So the things that we think in our minds, we often, especially when there's the feeling attached to it, we feel like the way that we feel is the way the world is and what's going on, and so that's why our actions make sense when we're feeling depressed or we're feeling anxious, and we choose not to do something challenging because we're anxious about it, even if it is safe. It makes sense because, at least I'm not feeling that anxiety anymore. So our emotions and our feelings are super powerful. But they generally begin with our thoughts, and it's important to recognize that our thoughts are not necessarily, I didn't want to open up. I'm going to have to fix this, I think, but let's see what we've got going on over here. And it looks like there's, when I'm ready to mine, when I have some coal and wood and whatever it takes to make a torch, so that I can have light during the nighttime, then I can work on mining and finding some other things that that would be useful. Anyways, it's important to recognize that our thoughts aren't necessarily the truth. And so sometimes we think things that we think are true, and it influences the choices that we make and the behavior that we exhibit. But we can think about things, we might be able to think about those things in a different way. And well, certainly we can think about things in a different way. So some thinking errors that people have are all or nothing thinking. And I've noticed this in young people, especially when you're just, you're starting to make your own choices. You're starting to figure out what you value and what you believe and what you want to make happen in life. That when there's a negative experience, or maybe there's some feedback that you get, or maybe you get in trouble at home or whatever, and or if you're of dating age, maybe you ask someone out and they turn you down, and the all or nothing thinking goes like, this always happens to me, or this never, like, you never ask my brother or sister to do the same things that you ask of me. And so it's this all or nothing thinking that gets, that's really a thinking error, where there are very few things in life that are always or never, but it feels like that when you're in the moment. But to be able to take a step and recognize, you know what, it's not always that way. Disqualifying the positive is another one. This one, I, in working with kids, teach the importance of learning to be able to take compliments, or not even take them. You usually take criticism and accept compliments. And so it's common for people, when they get a compliment, or someone gives gives them good news, or gives them, tells them that they did something well, that they disqualify it, or they say, yeah, but, or if, hey, I think I'm gonna do good on this test, but I always end up messing it up, or something like that. So disqualifying the positive, where in the case of compliments, being able to say, thank you, and just leave it at that. Just accept the compliment and allow people to have their opinion of you without discounting their opinion. Mind reading is when we think we know what the other person is thinking. And so, oh, okay, it's still daytime. All right. If we think we know what the other person's thinking, but we haven't asked them, or we haven't talked to them about it, or one instance for me that I remember from my youth was when I would meet new people, my automatic go-to thought was, those people don't like me. Like, we'd have fun, and I'd meet some new people, and we'd have fun in a group or whatever, and I would leave, and in my mind, I would automatically think, those people don't like me. And then that was my assumption from then on out, that they didn't like me. And so then I would act that way, like they probably didn't like me. And so, yeah, mind reading. It's a thinking error when we think we know what other people are thinking. Let's go ahead and stop with those 3 thinking errors. And are those something that you find in your life that happen? So, okay, I'm still just kind of going to clean things up. I can see that it is starting to get to be evening. here. So I'm just gonna, what do I do with seeds? I want to not have them. I guess I just put them in my inventory, and it's not very helpful to chop down a tree with seeds. There we go. Oh, I'm back to, let's see. Well, it's getting to be nighttime. So let's see, I just cleaned this up a little bit. And I learned my lesson on Halloween to try to survive outside during the night. So I think I'm going to try to get as much done as I can out here until a mob shows up so that I can just run in my house and be safe. So it's getting hard to see. There's a little bit of wood that could come in handy. And let's see, I'm still not seeing any mobs, but let's just go ahead and, well, what am I going to do with that down there? Fill it in, clean up those weeds a little bit, fill that in a little bit, give myself kind of a porch situation maybe. Clean that up. And it's gonna be about time to go in. So, all right. Since it's nighttime, we're gonna call it. Remember, your thoughts influence the way that you behave, but what you're thinking may not necessarily be accurate. So check yourself for the 3 thinking errors that we talked about today, and we can talk about some more about how our thoughts become our reality next time.